Yes. Uh, it seems that some of the residents in this part of the city, yes, they're upset because they're not near the salt water. No, no, no. Well, I can make a closed water system. See, let's say you're not near the actual salt water around Manhattan. And I said, well, why don't you fill your water system of your building? Yes. And I'll convert that to steam and heat your building with the steam and then the extra electricity from the fresh water system. Yeah. Well, you can sell that to the electric grid or you can use it for your own building. Now, it doesn't need a new plumbing system. It just needs a way to connect to the pre-existing steam system in your individual building. Yeah. And then when I cool that down, running it through the steam system, I will wind scrub it. Yes, removing all the impurities. And then I'll steam it again. So, now these are closed freshwater systems for any building that is not near the salt water. Oh, maybe over here. Yes. Or there could be some buildings over here. Mhm. Now, if I wanted to make $1 trillion today, yes, I just go building to building to building, explaining why you would want to buy what I have to sell. Yes. Now, why don't you get me the actual electricity costs of New York City? Yes. And this power plant, Con Edison? Yes. When you provide steam to any of the buildings, do they pay you to be able to heat their buildings? Oh. I would think there's some sort of cost to be able to use that 100 miles of underground pipes. Yes. And the thought of disconnecting from your system so that they don't feel an obligation to purchase your steam, but they can make their own. Yeah. See, it doesn't take a whole lot, maybe a few parking places. See, why don't we look at the parking garage underneath any of these residences over here? Yes. Some of these bigger buildings. Yeah. If I just took, let's say 10 parking spaces underneath any of these, yes, I put in a fresh water system that uses the pre-existing water supply of the building. Yes. I heat it up to maybe 1,000 to 1,500 degrees. I convert it to electricity using a small steam generator. Yes, he does. And then the extra electricity that's not needed for the freshwater steam generator. Yeah. I use that in the building. Pouch! Now I just keep running the water through this system all day long, every day. Yes. And then I can sell the water to the building. Yes. I know there's a lot of water usage in these bigger buildings in Manhattan. Yes. I can sell the electricity. Oh. And I can use the pre-existing heating system in any of the buildings that have been using Con Edison steam. Now, how do you measure? Yes, the actual cost to heat a building when you're the provider of the steam. See the 2.5 to 3 million people that are affected by your steam system? Yeah. Are they paying for the use of the pipes or can they kind of put their own steam generator in there? Pow! Manhattan. Now, I wanted to have the laws enforced. And when I look at this little city right here, I could do this everywhere in the world all day long for the rest of my life. You're indispensable. Well, just give me every location that every person that was sworn into law enforcement went to, yes, to be able to be educated on how to enforce the laws of the United States. Now, it's a charity for those that want a free education. Yes, any American citizen over the age of 18 that would spend 2 years of schooling, yes, personal training in how to apprehend and detain any individual accused of a crime. Yeah! Good enough to be able to put the cuffs on them and get them in the back of the patrol car. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I think there are a lot of Americans when they find out about this free education to be able to be in law enforcement. Yeah, I really do not think that I'll have any problem replacing every person in law enforcement in this nation. Yes, because of the number of Americans that realize, well, it's a free education.